Thank you, Dr. Alexandro. I was thinking about the Maston boys are all getting a little mature. When Chairman Ayers called and asked if I would make the presentation to Weston, I accepted with deep appreciation. I perhaps have known Weston longer than most anybody here. We used to do youth revivals together. And Dr. W.F. Howard, who helped to shape that youth revival movement, knew that none of us had enough sermons to go a whole week on our own, so we always had two of us. And Weston and I were frequently teamed together. And Weston had a sermon. He had several, but he had one I remember very well on half-baked cakes. I heard that sermon over and over. I think I could have preached it not as well, but I could have. And I thought about this award and what it is all about. And neither Dr. Maston nor Weston Ware are half-baked cakes. They're through and through what we try to hold tonight as our ideal. I think if Dr. Maston were here, he would be terribly embarrassed. He really did not like the spotlight on him. When we talked about founding the Maston Foundation, some of you are in the room will remember, it was not an easy sell. He really didn't want it named after him. It was only after emphasizing that some of the things that he believed in so deeply could be carried on through an institution such as the foundation that he agreed to it. I think also he would be a bit perturbed having an award named after him. That was just not his spirit at all either. But he's not here to fuss with us, so we're just going to go right ahead. He would be very proud, however, for this award to be given to Weston. For in so many ways, Weston's life and Weston's character parallels that of Dr. Maston. Weston, I was thinking about you as an individual and Dr. Maston. Deeply committed Christians, loved the Bible, wanted to share it, wanted in his life to exemplify what we have heard described as the Maston walk with integrity and honesty and love and compassion. Thank you for doing that. Family. One of the most precious books I have read is Mommy. Dr. Maston wrote a tribute to his wife, and it is a beautiful tribute. Dr. Maston loved his family, and so is Weston. Bobby and I were so happy when Weston got married. Weston would come to our house frequently to mooch a meal, to wash his car, to just hang out. Thank you, Charlotte. And together they have made a beautiful Christian family. Karen, 5 grandkids. Think of churchmanship. Dr. Maston was a churchman. He was a deacon. He was a Sunday school teacher. He was a faithful member of Gamble Street Baptist Church. And Weston has been that. Deacon, Sunday school teacher, faithful member in so many ways. Dr. Maston believed you ought not teach people how to do church life unless you were doing church life. Weston, thank you for doing that. And Dr. Maston was a committed believer in his denomination. He was a Baptist. Now, he loved all different peoples, but he was a Baptist Christian. And Weston has been that. And Dr. Maston believed in Christian ethics. Oh, how he believed in Christian ethics. He believed in all of the social application of the gospel, but he also especially believed in the importance of race and cultural relations. Dr. Maston was a pioneer in black-white relations. Weston has been a faithful, committed person in bridging the brown, black, white, yellow, all relations, but especially Hispanic. Weston started trying to preach in Spanish when he was about 20 years old. And Browning, his brother, said he over-prepared. Weston said I had to write it out in order to be able to do it. And through the years, he has become an accomplished and fluent speaker of Spanish. He teaches a class in Spanish. He teaches a bilingual class at Cliff Temple Baptist Church. He has been an exemplary person. Weston, thank you for that. In so many ways, one of the aspects of life that we forget about Dr. Maston, he was a leader. He was a creative leader. He was not an executive administrator, but he helped to fashion things that continue today. For those of us who benefited from the Christian Ethics Department, it's a little hard to realize, Jimmy, you pointed this out in your speech, that he pioneered, he fashioned out of nothing Christian ethics. There was nothing like it in Baptist life. And what some of us may not know is that Weston also fashioned what is today the Baptist commitment to the Maston Foundation. When some of us started pioneering in that effort, it was primarily a way to get scholarship funds to students at seminary. When Weston became the chairman of the foundation in 1992, he had a broader vision. He realized that somehow the Maston emphasis needed to be more institutionalized. He wanted, therefore, a chair of Christian ethics. We tried some other schools, and they weren't interested. Mrs. Maston, when approached by Hardin Simmons, said, Dr. Maston, I don't think was ever on campus at Hardin Simmons. And I had wondered for a while how the TBMaston chair wound up at Hardin Simmons. It was because of Weston and his leadership and Dr. Lanny Hall and the fact that they got together in Austin when you were a state representative and Weston camped out in your office to work on various social issues. Thank you for helping make the TBMaston chair a reality. And thank you, Weston, for leadership of government. Well, enough said. Let me read this, if you will. Come here. I could tell stories. Ooh, I could tell this. No, I won't do that. The TBMaston Foundation honors Weston W. Ware with the 2011 TBMaston Christian Ethics Award for decades of Christian witness to the public policy in behalf of the common good, for furthering Dr. Maston's ethical vision through the work of the Foundation and the Texas Baptist Christian Life Commission, for leadership in establishing the TBMaston Chair in Christian Ethics at Hardin Simmons University's Logston Seminary, for tireless resistance against the perennial self-serving movement to legalize gambling at the national, state, and local levels, for being a lifelong friend to the Texas Baptist Hispanic community, for faithful churchmanship as a member of Cliff Temple Baptist Church and the larger body of Christ, for being a loving husband, father, and friend, and embodying what it means to be a follower of Jesus. Weston, thank you for who you are and for representing TBMaston so well.